Extraordinary Monday, everybody. It's Leo here. Welcome to the weekly Power Up and Market Update. I'm super excited because it is Monday. It is 1/11 of 2021, and I am very energized and inspired by everything that is happening. And I just want you to get connected to what it is that you're grateful for. Starting off your morning, with a powerful morning meditation, affirmations, scribing, writing stuff down. I just joined a platform called Clubhouse. This is just a side note. So if you want to tap into a morning ritual in the morning, Clubhouse, 6 a.m. Myself, my business partner, Rosie Rodriguez, and Joseph Trujillo are moderating a great conversation and just dropping some massive nuggets. And I highly encourage you to check that app out. You're going to be able to learn a lot more, not just myself, but there's a bunch of other people, Grant Cardone, and a lot of other amazing, powerful people that are just willing to share and contribute. So the intention of this meeting is to empower you to be inspired and resourceful to be the greatest benefit to everyone. Let's grow, right? And that's the one thing that I focus on in this conversation that we're about to have. So before I even get started, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. And no matter where you are, no matter what you've been through, you've made it to this meeting. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate you and thank you for everything that you're doing that no one else is able to see, everything that you have to deal with and manage. So congratulations. So the conversation that I have prepared for you today is release the unconscious programming with affirmations, right? We're all running a program, and we're running this program because we were born into this program from the moment that, we opened up our eyes and we took our first cry. We basically were put into an environment and we started to live in this environment and everything was new, right? And our two, usually our two main figures in our life are our mother and our father. Some of us don't have mothers and fathers, but for those of you who do, those are the first two people. But even if you don't have a mother or father, you have a caretaker, you have somebody. So the first people that you talk to are those individuals that are going to start to give you direction on ways of being, and you start to pick up habits. And prior to the age of 7, you're unconsciously picking up all of these habits and you're making them real without questioning, because the subconscious mind is like so easy to penetrate at that age. You're giving commands and they're automatically writing those commands and those programs out. So it's really imperative those first 7 years. But obviously we're here and you probably didn't, have a choice about how your first 7 years went. So there is some good news because you have control right now to heal, to alter that reality. In addition to this, I want to share with you a slightly different spin. I think everybody focuses on, obviously, when you're born and the environment that you have and, your school, your city and your town, the media and all this stuff. But you also got to think about that you are not only dealing with stuff about your own life, but you're also dealing with unconscious habits that's been passed down in your DNA from generations in the past. I just took this workshop over the weekend, and when it's specifically talking about, the DNA and how it's passed down, these unconscious habits and these patterns. So get this, you are dealing not only with your stuff, but you're dealing with about 10 to 15 generations in the past of whatever your grandparents went through, your great-grandparents and the great-grandparents and the great-grandparents. I'm telling you, 10 to 15 generations. So I know for sure, I don't even know 10 generations ago. I don't know 15 generations ago, but guess what? The world was much different, and stuff like oppression and slavery and, dictatorship and war, all these things were very, very, abundant, in the past. And I could only imagine, 15 generations ago. So there's a lot of stuff that happened, in those past lifetimes, of our previous generation. So when you're born, you're walking around, thinking about this, and now you start to feel and experience jealousy or anger or frustration, and you're feeling all these emotions. And then you say like, well, you know what? I'm doing everything right. I don't know where I'm getting this from. Am I getting this from my dad? Most likely, yes. Or most likely you're saying I'm getting it from my mom or from my environment. But guess what? They got it from someone else. 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 So your job is not only to declare the affirmations of what you want to create, because I've always been extremely focused on what I want to create. You know, like every day and every way I'm getting better and better. Every day and every way I'm getting stronger and stronger. Every day and every way I'm getting smarter and smarter. All I need is within me now. I have perfect health. I make other people's lives better with my presence, voice, and words. I attract amazing people to my life every day. I manifest abundance, joy, happiness, and passion into my life now. I am a great leader, speaker, motivator, and negotiator. You know, those are a couple of examples of some positive affirmations that I have. But what I recently have become aware of is that I also needed affirmations to release the programming that no longer is serving me, that I don't even know about. Because again, I don't want you to think that, you know, you're rolling around with all these things, because you may be dealing with a couple of them, but everybody has them at a subconscious level. Because I could tell you this, that pretty much every single emotional experience, or every experience you could imagine, most likely it happened to our previous generations, right? Like slavery, oppression, you know, racism. Like it could have been so many things that happened in the past. So whatever you're dealing with, the way your attitude is right now, if you're dealing with anger, it might be because you're here for the first time to heal. And if you're hearing this conversation, it's your time to heal, and you have to be the difference for the future generations, for your children, for your cousins, for your family, for everyone around you, and then 15 generations ahead. But that's how powerful it is when we start to elevate and we start to become better. And I'm not just talking about being successful and selling 1,000 homes, like, and making all this money. That's just one part of the spectrum. You definitely have to focus on growing yourself, growing within. It's an inside game. So the affirmations that I created for myself, you know, for these unconscious habits, you know, I say, I release doubt, I release confusion, I release guilt, I release sadness, I release judgment, I release blame, I release pain, I release anger, I release fear, I release hate, I release depression, I release debt, I release scarcity. You know, these are things that we normally don't talk about. These are attributes that nobody wants to have in reality, but we all have them at an unconscious level. So I just want to invite you to vocalize what it is that you want to release, even if you have an inkling that that might be something that's there. And then at the end of it, say, I am grateful for the release, and I am grateful for the release. I am grateful for the release. What a beautiful gift that you can be the difference for your generation and 10 to 15 generations ahead of that. But that's only the short-term thinking. Think about, you know, 15 generations after that, and 15 generations after that, 100 years after that. So whatever you're doing right now, I'm telling you, it's so important. So I want to elevate your responsibility of who you are. And also, just because you're doing well in one area of life doesn't mean that that's where it needs to stop. You really need to look and audit at every area of your life and really look. This is the common denominator: positive affirmations, you know, release affirmations, success, you know, whatever, money, whatever it is. At the end of the day, you have to be in a place where you are happy and content and satisfied with what you have, how you are, because that's the other part about affirmations, is that declaring and releasing, but also being grateful for what you have, grateful for all of the abundance, grateful for being alive, grateful for the ability to see, for the ability to hear, for the ability to speak. So that's basically my 2 cents for today. Thank you so much for listening to this conversation. And now I'm going to be moving on to the practical stuff, right? Here's the weekly market update, and for 1 week in our 4 counties. So I want to talk about, you know, LA, San Bernardino, Orange County, Riverside County, and active listings. So active listings across every county are down. LA, it's usually averaging over 10,000 homes. So we're almost 3,000 less than what we normally are. So we already had tight inventory, and inventory has just tightened up even more. Interest rates are about to drop too. So I think we're going to be heading into like another boom, boom, boom. It's going to increase again. So get your buyers in escrow ASAP, because inventory is tightening up. So 7,900 homes active in LA, 6,600 in escrow, 1,073 closed in 1 week, 7 days, 1.1 million average price, 28 days on the market. Volume is 1.2 billion. Orange County, we got 2,600 homes available, 2,800 homes in escrow, 546 closed, 986 million in 986,000 is the average price. 536 million closed. So San Bernardino, you got 3,200 homes available, 4,900 in escrow, 482 homes closed. Average price is 432, 27 days average on market, 208 million in production. Riverside, we got 3,200 homes, 4,900 in escrow, 569 closed in 1 week, and 298 million in closings in 1 week. So let me go ahead and go to the next slide. San Diego, we got 2,600 homes available, 3,400 in escrow, 521 in closed, and 425 million is the volume that closed in 1 week. So this is something that I want you to pay attention to on a weekly basis, because this is going to dictate what's possible. So if you have a goal to sell a lot of real estate, you first got to look at, hey, does my marketplace have any sales? The answer is, if you're in any of these 5 counties, yes, there's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of sales. There's a lot of business. There's a lot of, properties to sell your clients. So get out there and represent these customers. Weekly expireds, we have 393 homes expired off market last week. So pretty average. Foreclosures, San Diego, Riverside, San Bernardino, LA, and Orange County, pretty low. Numbers are pretty low. They're pretty consistent week over week. If you've been following this update, you can see that there's nothing surprising about it. All the numbers for the pre-foreclosures are down. Properties that have sold at auction are also down, and scheduled to sell, all of the numbers are down as well. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen after this whole forbearance situation expires. I'm hoping for the best, obviously, as always, but just keep an eye on these things. But again, nothing surprising. This is pretty much the same, same consistent, thing for the last couple of months and almost year here. So EXP, what do we have as far as stock as of this morning? When I checked, we are at $75.01 per EXPI stock. A year ago, guys, $8 a share. Talk about an opportunity. Talk about an opportunity that's built in. We're at 41,500 agents nationwide. We have 5,400 agents in California, and we're down by $3 of stock, from last week. But again, guys, this is incredible stuff that we have built in. If you're enrolled in the Agent Equity Program, congratulations. I'm pretty sure you're sitting in a lot of equity. And remember that just by selling your first house, you're going to get stock. When you sponsor somebody into the company, you get stock. And if you're pushing for the Icon Award, remember that you need to get 20 transactions after the fact that you cap. And your cap, again, is $16,000. So, man, this is something that's built in. This is going to be something that's going to impact your life and your future generations, right? You're talking about wealth. This is another thing that just happened. Not only did we open up 6 countries last year, we're also opening up Puerto Rico, Brazil, Hong Kong, and France. Those are the next locations that are coming up. But think about how crazy this is. Since this pandemic started, we got a gentleman by the name of Michael Valdez. Michael Valdez came from Realogy, and he built Realogy to 100 countries. In less than 6 months that he's been here, he's already opened up 6 countries, and he's going to open up an additional 4 countries this first quarter. And guess what? He hasn't jumped on a single airplane the entire time. He's done this from the comfort of his home during a pandemic, and this is only the beginning. So this is something huge. If you have contacts, connections, somebody that knows an agent out of these marketplaces, make sure you connect them to this amazing opportunity, because this is not just a local opportunity. This is a global opportunity. So interest rates pretty much consistently between 2.5%, 3.5%, depending obviously on the program and obviously the qualification of each customer, but pretty consistent there. If you want to get on my calendar, make sure you text the word calendar to my phone number there on the screen, 949-799-4885. And you can get on a time slot. My calendar is open to everybody here in my organization. Also tune into all the classes, guys. I mean, this is a lot of the things that a lot of people don't have out there. So if you're at EXP, I mean, you got to tune in, you got to plug in, because one of the things that the way you're going to be able to expand and be more and more successful is by connecting and plugging in. You got to plug in, you got to immerse yourself. And we have, over 20 classes every single day. There's a lot of value here for you guys. So just make sure that you're utilizing it. Go to expcalendar.com. If you don't know where the calendar is at, pick the best classes that you want to take. And if you have this link, just go ahead and click on the cloud training and it'll take you there. Also for, if you need to, get some tools, scripts, if you want to participate in the onboarding, if you have an agent attraction, leadership and locations, how-to videos, I'm always loading up new links, new information, new value. Everything I do is all about value to you guys. So make sure you guys have my link tree. It's EXP Realty. That's going to give you a ton of resources and share with anybody in our group that, might need any help. And this is the upcoming calendar. So we have the weekly market update. We have breath work with Delta Mondays at 10. And then we also on a daily basis have something that's called role play. Obviously a lot of you know that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we also have sales training 10 to 12. Actually, sales training in Anaheim is not happening this week. I just remembered this. And this slide is not up to date. I do apologize. But we're just having role play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we're not having sales training Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. So we have, again, the weekly power up and the Delta Mondays with Flow Monday. So your intention is to create, what are you going to create as far as listings, open escrows, closings, how many agents are you going to refer? Make sure you have a specific goal. And who I am is the possibility of being impactful and inspirational. Those are the ways that I am going to be this week. And I'm looking forward to being that for you. Any way that I can serve, any way that I can impact, any way that I can make a difference or a contribution into your life, connect. Your focus, create your day, follow your plan, allow that to dictate your calendar, keep yourself in an empowering state, increase the conversations, go bigger, have integrity around your commitments, whatever you give yourself, your word that you're going to do, make sure you do the activity. Have integrity, minimum at 50,000 on a daily basis. Follow up, do 2 or more social media posts. Master KV Core. Use KV Core, guys. It's a $700 platform. Use it. And be empathetic with all of those around you, whether you're having a conversation and an interaction on Facebook or wherever you are. Be empathetic. Get in the other person's world. People want to connect and talk to you and give you gifts when you are a gift giver. Come from contribution constantly. Exercise, push-ups, jumping jacks, sit-ups. I already did my stairs this morning. I woke up extra early. I'm running a mastermind at 6 a.m. in the morning, so that's why I'm a little tired, to be honest, because I'm creating like this schedule and I'm pushing myself to get back up and get earlier out of bed. And oh my God, it's just the bed is so comfy in the morning. I know, but if you want to increase, your year and your day, you got to expand your capacity, and that's how you got to add more hours to the day. So meditate. There's also a new Netflix series that's really super cool that I just shared with everybody. So if you're on my WhatsApp, you should have got that as well. But it's called Headspace. So it's a guide to meditation on Netflix. So if you're interested in meditating, I found that to be very, very powerful and insightful. So make sure you plug into that. So that'll be it for today. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I just want to say once again, thank you for participating. Thank you for being on this, this weekly power.